All right, we got a 2017 Ford Fusion here. Should be a pretty easy one today. It looks like the inside blower motor's not working, so we turn on the air conditioner, heat, whatever. You're not getting the air out of the vents. I went ahead and turned it on today when I was pulling it in. I didn't hear anything coming, like it's not running at all, no matter what speed you run at. So my guess is it's just going to be a blower motor, and I've done a few of these before. They're pretty simple, but we'll show it to you anyway in case you got the same problem and don't work on them every day. So first thing we'll do is just get a simple test light and make sure it's getting power down to the blower motor before we go buy a part or make a wrong decision. So go inside the car on the passenger side real quick and we'll start on it. All right, so we're in the car. I went ahead and took this off. It's 4 8mm bolts. You don't have to take that off. The only reason I took it off because it's easier for me to get my camera up in there and show you what's going on. And it makes it easier to see, but you can technically leave this on if you wanted to. You do have this little panel that has to be pulled down, and I just use a regular trim tool or cat claw and just pull down on it on the front, and then it pulls out the back. And then we're just going to check the power to the yellow wire on this real quick and make sure the blower motor is actually right here. You got the blower motor here, which is held on by 3 Torx, and then you have the blower resistor, which is over here. I don't believe it's a resistor just because it doesn't work on any speed. That's not always, it could be the resistor, but we're going to check the blower. We're going to make sure it's getting power to it before we do anything. So I'm just going to probably unhook it and pull the wire down, and then turn the key on and see if it's got power when we turn the blower on, and then we'll know for sure if it's getting power or some other kind of problem. So I got the key on. The yellow here is going to be your power wire. I just unplugged it. You just push in on this tab right here and pull down, unplug it. So I'm on yellow here. I'm just going to put my grounded out test light on the yellow lead just gently. I'm not going to try to push it in or anything. Right now it's off, and I'm going to turn it on, and we should light up here. And you can see there it's lit up. Yeah. And if I turn it off, we got no power. So it's got power going down to the blower motor. So we got a bad blower motor. There's 3 bolts to hold it in there. I think they're T25, but I'll double check that before I let you know for sure. And we'll go ahead and take those out real quick, and I'll show you where the bolts are and what size it is. All right, so I got the 3 bolts out. I'll show you where they're at. They're all pretty easy to get to. They're all out in the open. And I'll show you where they're at real quick on this motor. There's one in the back. It's pretty easy to get to with an extension, a T25. It is T25, by the way. And then there's 2 off to the side. So I'll just show you that real quick, and then we'll go get the new motor. All right, so here's the motor. It does come out pretty easily. You're going to have 3 little chrome T25 bolts. They're real easy to see, are chrome. And this would be up there like this. So this would be the back one. And then there's one right across from it. And then there's one right towards the passenger side door, right out in the open. And they're all pretty much out in the open. So this is a pretty simple, easy, straightforward job. And now's a good time to make sure that there's nothing in the wheel. You know, the new one comes with the wheel, but make sure there's no leaves or anything up in there. Shine your light up there and put your head under there and make sure there's no leaves or anything, and that it's all clear. It should be, but I've seen some where they get leaves and stuff down in there. So anyway, I'll go get the new motor and we'll test it before we even put it up in there and make sure. But I know that this is what the problem is, because we had power going to it and there was nothing coming on. So anyway, I'll go get the new one real quick, and then we'll pick this back up and put it back in. All right, so I got the car running. I got it plugged in, just kind of hanging there. We're just going to turn on one low speed. Didn't work on any speeds before, but we want to make sure. There you go. That's number 2. I'm not going to go any faster with this thing out in the open like that. I'm going to turn it off now. So you can see there, it's pretty easy to do this. I'm going to go ahead and bolt it back up. All you do is just orient it right, put it back up in there, and put the 3 bolts back in. So I guess that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's a small video, and if you don't know how to do it on these, this just gives you kind of an idea of what you're going to be looking at and where to go, and how to do a simple test on it. Now, I did have my test light. I have a a little tester. This goes into your cigarette lighter, and you can ground it or put it on positive and test grounds and power. That's the easiest way to do it instead of trying to find a ground. A lot of times these plastic cars, everything's plastic, so it's pretty hard to find a ground sometimes, but that's what I used. If not, if you don't have that, a lot of people probably don't have that, then you can just find a ground somewhere on the car and then test it with your light. But it's only 2 wires. You have the yellow is the power wire on it, so it's pretty simple. Now if you just had, like, say, the high speed working and no other speeds working, then you're probably looking at a resistor, which is down there right by it. So anyway, that's what this is, a blower motor. Pretty simple job. So anyway, thanks for watching. As always, God bless.